Nobody joins the Mafia. That's the first thing to understand. You don't fill out an application. You don't send a CV. You grow up in the right neighborhood. You know the right people. And one day someone asks you to do something small. You do it. That's the whole entry process. Here's every level of what comes after that. You're 15, and you know who runs the neighborhood. Everyone knows. It's not a secret. It's just not something people say out loud, the same way you don't say out loud that the sky is blue. You run errands, small things, a package here, a message there. Nobody explains what's in the package. You don't ask. Asking is the kind of thing that marks you as someone who doesn't understand how this works. You understand how this works. The money is better than anything else available to you, and the respect, the way certain people nod when they see you, is worth more than the money. You are 15 years old, and you have found the thing that makes you feel like you exist. This is the most dangerous moment in the entire story, and it feels like the best one. You're older now. You've proven something. Not much, but enough. You're not in. You can't be in yet. But you're around. You sit at the table when certain conversations happen, then you leave before other conversations happen, and learning which is its own education that nobody teaches you directly. You do what you're told. You don't complain. You don't ask questions that aren't yours to ask. You've started to understand that the organization runs on a very simple principle. Loyalty expressed through action, not words. Words are for people who have something to prove. You've stopped talking as much. People have started noticing. You make money now. Real money. More than your father made, more than anyone in your family has made, and you made it before 30. You don't think about where it comes from in the way that other people would think about it, because thinking about it that way is a luxury that belongs to people who have other options. You have options. You've just chosen this one. You run a crew of 2 or 3 people. Small operations. You kick up what you're supposed to kick up. You keep what you're supposed to keep. The math is simple and the rules are clear, and as long as you follow both, life is very good. You've started to understand why people do this their whole lives. The structure is actually comforting once you're inside it. This is the moment. The one you've been working toward without anyone ever explicitly telling you that you were working toward it. There's a ceremony. It's shorter than you expected and more serious than you expected, and afterwards you feel different in a way you can't explain to anyone who wasn't there. You are now protected by something larger than yourself. You are also now responsible to something larger than yourself. These are the same thing, which is something it takes most people years to understand. You can't leave. You knew that before, abstractly. Now you know it the other way. The way it sits in your body when you're trying to sleep. You've been asked to do something serious. Not your first serious thing, but the first one that has no ambiguity about what it is or what it means. You do it. Afterwards, you go home and eat dinner and watch television, and your hands are completely still. This surprises you. You expected something different, some physical evidence of what happened. There isn't any. You sleep fine. This is the thing nobody tells you about this life. The adaptation is faster than you think. The first time is hard. The second time is less hard. By the third time, it's just a thing that happened on a Tuesday. You run a crew now, a real one. 20 people who answer to you, who bring their problems to you, who need you to solve things that can't be solved through official channels. You are, in a very real sense, a middle manager. The paperwork is different, but the job is the same. Keep your people productive. Keep your boss happy. Keep your problems from becoming his problems. You've started to understand the organization from the inside in a way that changes how you see it. It's not romantic. It's a business with extreme consequences for poor performance reviews. You've given 2 of those reviews this year. Neither recipient is available for comment. There's a car outside your house that wasn't there last month. You notice it the way you've learned to notice things, without looking directly at it, without changing your pace, without giving any indication that you've noticed it. You've known this was coming. Everyone at your level knows it's coming eventually. The question was never if, but when, and the answer is apparently now. You've been careful. You've been more careful than most. Careful doesn't mean invisible. It just means the file they're building takes longer. You go about your day. You say less on the phone. You meet people in person more. You've had this conversation with your lawyer 3 times in the last month. Your lawyer is very good. Your lawyer should be at what you're paying him. The problem isn't the FBI anymore. The problem is internal. Someone above you is moving pieces in a way that doesn't make sense unless they're moving them against you specifically. You've seen this before, not to you, but to others. You know how it ends when nobody moves first. You also know how it ends when someone moves first and gets it wrong. You're very carefully doing nothing while thinking very carefully about what to do. Every conversation has 2 layers now. Every favor has a cost you're calculating in real time. You've stopped trusting anyone completely except one person, and you're not entirely sure about them either. This is what the top actually looks like, not what you imagined at 15. There are 3 ways this ends. You know all 3. You've watched all 3 happen to other people. The first way is the longest, but it ends in a federal building. The second way is the fastest, but it ends somewhere they don't find you for a week. The third way is the one nobody believes is real until they see it. You disappear. Different name, different city, different life. You leave everything. You leave the money, the respect, the structure, the only identity you've had since you were 15 years old. Most people can't do the third thing. The ones who can are the ones who figured out, somewhere along the way, that they were never actually the thing they were pretending to be. You're sitting in a diner in a city nobody would look for you in, eating eggs, paying cash, and you're not sure yet which version of you is sitting there. You've got time to figure it out. Probably. Every version of you is still in that neighborhood. The 15-year-old running packages, the associate who learned to say less, the soldier who slept fine on a Tuesday, the capo who gave performance reviews nobody survived. You didn't replace any of them. You just kept moving forward until forward ran out of road, and then you sat in a diner and figured out what came next, which is either nothing or everything, depending on which way this ends.